Welcome back, dear viewers, to our journey through the foundational book of Genesis. In our previous exploration, we witnessed the tragic aftermath of humanity's first sin, the murder of Abel by his brother Cain, and the dark path that Cain's lineage began to tread, culminating in Lamech's boast of vengeance. But even amidst that emerging darkness, a glimmer of hope appeared with the birth of Seth, the son given to Adam and Eve in place of Abel, signifying a new beginning for humanity's story. Today, we press forward into Genesis chapters 5 and 6, a period often overlooked but critically important. We will uncover the world before the flood, tracing the generations from Adam to Noah, observing the rapid expansion of the human population, and witnessing the alarming rise of pervasive wickedness that led to God's profound sorrow and his ultimate decision to cleanse the earth. Prepare to journey through long-forgotten centuries as we see how human choices shaped the very fabric of existence, pushing the Creator to a point of deep grief and radical intervention. This is a story of accelerating decay, but also of enduring grace and a singular hope. Genesis chapter 5 opens with what might seem like a mere list of names, a repetitive chronicle. But this genealogy, stretching from Adam to Noah, is far more than a simple record. It is a profound testament to the continuity of life, despite the shadow of mortality and the relentless march of time. It begins by reaffirming that when God created humanity, He made them in the likeness of God, male and female. This foundational truth about our divine origin echoes even as the narrative moves into the consequence of the fall. Adam, after the birth of Seth, lived for 800 years, begetting sons and daughters, bringing his total lifespan to 930 years. And then, the solemn phrase, repeated with striking regularity for each patriarch, and then he died. This repeated refrain is a stark, rhythmic reminder of the consequence of disobedience, the inescapable reality of death that entered the world through sin. Each "then he died" is a tolling bell, marking the passage of life and the grip of mortality. We meet names like Enoch, Canaan, Mahalalel, Jared, all living for hundreds of years, fathering children, building families, yet ultimately succumbing to the same fate. Imagine the cumulative wisdom, the vast experiences held by individuals who lived for 9 centuries. Yet amidst this long procession of lives and deaths, one figure stands out, a beacon in the lengthening shadows. Enoch, the 7th from Adam in this direct line, lived for 365 years. But the sacred text deviates from its pattern. It does not say, "and then he died." Instead, a truly remarkable declaration: Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. What an astonishing departure! Enoch did not experience death as others did. To walk with God implies a deep, continuous, and intimate relationship, a life lived in constant communion and obedience. In a world perhaps already beginning to drift, Enoch's life was an unwavering testament to faith. His story is a powerful contrast, a vibrant note of hope and divine favor in a chapter otherwise punctuated by death. As the centuries unfolded, humanity continued to multiply, spreading across the face of the earth. Daughters were born, and the human population boomed. But with this proliferation came a profound and unsettling spiritual degradation. Genesis chapter 6 introduces a passage that has long fascinated and puzzled scholars. When the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful, they took wives for themselves, whomever they chose. This mysterious union led to the birth of the Nephilim, described as giants or mighty men of old, men of renown. While the exact identity of these sons of God is debated, The outcome is clear. This was a further, grave perversion, accelerating the spiritual and moral corruption on earth. The spiritual climate was deteriorating rapidly. The Lord declared, "My spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years." This was a divine lament, a declaration that the boundless patience of God was reaching its limit. The world had spiraled into utter depravity. The Bible paints a chilling picture. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Imagine the profound implications of this statement. It wasn't just a few bad apples. It was the very core of human thought, motivation, and desire that had become relentlessly evil. Violence, corruption, and defiance against God's moral order permeated every aspect of society. Every plan, every imagination, every internal deliberation of humanity was steeped in an unceasing pattern of evil. There was no good left, no pure intention, no flicker of kindness that wasn't overshadowed by overwhelming darkness. This universal moral decay did not go unnoticed. It pierced the very heart of the Creator. And the Lord was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. This is not a human error of judgment, but a divine sorrow, an agonizing pain over the utter ruin of his beloved creation's potential. The world he had declared very good was now utterly marred, filled with the very violence and corruption that opposed his nature. His heart, which yearned for fellowship and righteousness, was aching from the profound betrayal and destructive choices of humanity. The purpose for which mankind was created, to bear his image and rule in loving stewardship, had been completely inverted. So, with immense sorrow, the Lord declared, "I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping thing and birds of the air, for I am sorry that I have made them." A sweeping, devastating judgment was decreed. This was not an act of impulsive anger, but a cosmic reset born of divine justice and an unfathomable grief. The canvas of creation, once pristine, now needed to be wiped clean for a new beginning. Yet, even in this narrative of pervasive darkness and impending judgment, a solitary light shines, a beacon of unwavering hope. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Who was this Noah? The text describes him as a righteous man, blameless among his generation. And like Enoch before him, Noah walked with God. In a world where every thought was evil, Noah chose a different path. He chose integrity. He chose righteousness. He chose a deep, committed relationship with God. His life stands in stark, dramatic contrast to the pervasive corruption surrounding him. He was an anomaly, a testament to the power of individual choice and divine favor, even in the midst of overwhelming despair. God chose Noah not because he was perfect, but because his heart was aligned with the Creator. He became the vessel for God's redemptive plan, the single thread through which humanity would be preserved and offered a new beginning. As we conclude our exploration of Genesis chapters 5 and 6, we've witnessed the breathtaking scope of humanity's journey from its initial blessed state through the tragic consequences of sin to a point of widespread moral degradation.
These chapters paint a vivid, sobering picture of a world spiraling out of control, where the very thoughts and intentions of humanity were consumed by an unceasing darkness. But they also introduce us to the profound sorrow of a loving creator, compelled to act by the pervasive corruption, and to the unwavering beacon of hope found in one righteous man, Noah. The stage is now set for one of the most epic stories in all of history, a grand testament to God's justice, His boundless mercy, and His unwavering commitment to His creation, even when it demands a radical cleansing. The flood is imminent, but through Noah, a new covenant, a new chance, and a new world will emerge. May this reflection deepen our understanding of the profound consequences of human choices and the enduring power of faith found in even a single life that walks with God. Thank you for joining us on this profound journey through Genesis. Next time, we will immerse ourselves in the harrowing yet hopeful narrative of the Great Flood and the promise of a new dawn. See you soon. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed the content.